Okay, so there we have it. A very simple little piece where I'm introducing another piece of audio by putting a little bit of intro music and my own recorded intro at the beginning of it. The next thing I want to do is export it. So a couple of things, you might want to save it if you plan on using it again, or editing further the project, you want to save the project. I just want to take you through this warning screen. Saving a project creates a file that only Audacity can open. So it's saving a .aup file. To save an audio file for another program, use one of the file export commands. OK. It'll ask us where we'd like to save it, and I'd like to save it on my desktop just for the ease of use. And let's call it Week 1 Exercise 1 Moon Landing. Save. Now what it does is it collects up all the pieces of audio that are related to it, and it will place them inside the project. However, if you want to have the raw files as well, you do need to go and put those in a folder as well. So that's a good idea, just a bit of good housekeeping, to keep all your original recordings in one place if you intend to archive it. Okay, so to save as an MP3, a very popular and commonly used format, I'm going to go to Export. And I can see it's allowed me to save MP3 files. The only way to export as an MP3 file. Alright, so let's choose that, MP3. There's a little button down the bottom that says Options. Let's have a look at what some of the options are. 64 kilobits is a pretty low bit rate. Maybe we want to up that to about 128 kilobits, which will preserve some of the fidelity of the speech, of the authenticity of the spoken word part. Constant bitrate is fine, joint stereo is fine as well. Click OK. I'm just aiming it at the desktop at the moment. Now when I save, it'll ask me, do I know that it's going to be mixed down into a 2 stereo channel file? Yes, I do. Now the next screen asks me if I'd like to add some metadata. You can see now that it's picked up the metadata from the bit of music that I imported, which is DJ Road and his song Plastic Cheese. Now you can actually leave that in there if you'd prefer to do that, or you can add your own items. So if you'd prefer to write your own name in there, and Unimelb, that kind of thing, you can add your own metadata. And this doesn't put anything on the recording, it just adds it to the file so that people can see what kind of music was included in it, what kind of pieces of audio are inside that. I'm going to click OK, and it will go ahead and save that file. And there we go. It's always a good idea to go to your desktop and just double check. Yep, I've typed the wrong name in there, so I'll just change that. And then right click and open with some other kind of player. Let's just choose Windows Media Player just to make it easy. And just have a quick listen back to make sure it's okay. Good morning, students. I'd like you to think about tone and intention. There is a link in the LMS to a whole group of recordings, all of which are... I'll just fast forward a little bit to see if I've got the rest of it in there. And the moon capsule from 1969.
Everything is go here. We're just waiting for the cabin pressure to bleed. So,
Yep, that's all great. That MP3 file is now ready to upload to my LMS site.